It's precisely in times of trouble that we need images of peace.
You're just making that up on the spot.
Mummy. Mummy is here.
Is that supposed to be a bar or a druid?
It's open to interpretation.
Sounds like something you'd say to Calvin with here.
Bake something. Remember? Oh, the gods truly was petty.
Careful! People don't bloody look where they're walking.
No time to rest.
No one has anything to fear if everyone just does what they're told.
Teresa's caress also has.
You're not. I stay in the brothel.
Inside. Listen, it's got private rooms,
Pleasure house. Den of
music,
decadent
and all
delight.
round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose. Good.
Mate, it's your...
Nine hells! You followed me all the way here? Sinister? They're extremely precious. And you shouldn't be poking around in my... What? No!
Let's be rid of that brute.
keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
But I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
Monsters guarding the checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of these steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
You're such a scaredy cat.
Well, I say poppycock. Cannot believe it. I wish the cult had burnt our farm, though. At least we got the Scotty out that burning barn.
Oh, I think you can help yourself.
Now, mind your
So don't make trouble.
Donations? Food, sundries, gold. These poor refugee sods need all the help they can get. I'm gonna let you through.
Make every step count.
Can you please give me a hug? Then your arms would be so snug.
You were right. Now give me some room. You try and find... I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck. Toy.
We only have enough for 3. We sold everything.
Something's going on down there.
Slipping through the absolute
Bet my
blockade is
never.
risky business.
How about I buy spices? For stories with Pete. You might blow them up. Oh, please. You are
Not to mention the parchment card.
Bastard if it breaks.
Wonder what's past this.
All right. Gonna help you.
Might be useful.
Lucas will be done. Found and taken.
Damn! It can't have been easy.
Oh, action, not reaction.
Well, well, well. Hot foot. Place is trapped.
Assume nothing.
Wanna dance?
Can't give up now. Let's get going.
Indolence breeds madness.
No one stopped me yet. Bet I can crack that open.
So what exactly did you see happen?
I don't really know, but he was up to no good, lurching this way and that.
Walking funny isn't a crime.
The broadsheet's gone to pot ever since I left.
Have you tried? Or perhaps the delicate sim... Of course! Browse responsibly now. Remember, and if it's not a fire...
Any torches, matches, wizards, or other sources of open flame?
Have you or perhaps the delicate simplicity? Well, you can call me Philogir if...
Assume nothing.
Have you or perhaps the delicate simplicity? Well, you can call me Philogir.
Looking ahead. Don't give me trouble now. Breathe deep and move.
Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet?
Another friend of Felagir? All right. Just remember the top floor's off limits. Password or not. Looking to buy a little something extra then? Smoke powder in its earthier forms. For purists only. Don't jostle any of the merchandise. Back for more of Uncle Felix. That could not be less of your business.
Not critical, just about.
I should speak up.
What the? You're not supposed to be here.
Picking my teeth out of the roof beams. Where's an apprentice when you need one?
Maintaining temperature. Down steady at the mark.
8, 9, 10. Good. All fingers intact. done. 8, 10. Good.
May the gods take you first.
Assume nothing.
Never a dull moment. What path lies before me?
Don't burn yourself.
I will ascend.
gonna feel good. Heading out. This'll help.
way. I'd better take a peek.
Let's cook with fire, baby. In position.
Too much to bear.
Taking position. Let my name be known. Need to stay focused. Moving.
On the move.
My path be true. I will ascend. Make way. Put him up. Say bye-bye. Jimmy on the go. Taste my fury.
Can't give up. Not now. On the move. Take you.
I'm heating up. Over there.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
fury. I am death. You bow, or you break.
Talk to me. Got to move. Time to strike. Can't give up.
My turn.
Why don't we just retrace our steps?
What about a Lanthony's candle? Would you throw one of them?
Left.
Have you seen the size of a Lanthony's candle? Have you seen the size of a still
Was it
watcher?
upstairs?
If I go by the biggest firework,
I'm going to ask for direction.
We can't let them know we're vulnerable.
but you won't pay me.
We'll just stand here until you remember the way, shall we?
Still one. A welcome rest.
Is some... This hammer. Could it be? Yes. Yes! This is how we will free the Prince of the Comet! This is the key Voss so ardently and courageously sought. That smug shkacketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted House of Hope. Our destination is clear. Our mission undeniable. We must find a way into the House of Hope and retrieve the hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use it to smash Prince Orpheus out of his prison. Mother Gith, hear my promise. Your son will rise again. The Prince of the Comet will crush the Lich Queen Vlaakith and usher in the Age of Orpheus. Is something... Are you sure that's the best? Confirm.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
With pleasure. Lead on.
The air is ripe with magic.
Let's go.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Hey, you. Special tadpole? Bit of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? I don't even want a regular one. You're talking about turning into what? A half squid? Then again, you can pull it off better than most. You've got to be kidding. You really want me to become a partial illithid? Wasn't a decade in Avernus punishment enough? Oh, I'm that easy to manipulate, am I? Where's that bloody worm? Stick it in my eye before I change my mind.
Life pulses from within. It wants to share.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only...
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do.
Darling? Go on. Always. Thank you. Making me sweat.
My faith will guide me.
Your desire?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
What's he got to say for himself?
Lots of talk about the brilliant future of Baldur's Gate.
I think it's very funny.
You! What are you doing here?
This is, my apprenticeship. It has not been what I expected. Master Leroican is, a difficult man. He's consumed by his pursuit of the Night Song. I haven't learnt a thing, and I fear it'll stay that way.
Lucky escape, given Leroican's reputation. He'd have little of value to teach you.
But never mind that. What can I do for you? You must be mistaken. The Night Song is a relic. Something quite ancient to hear Master Leroican talk. But if you really do know something, he'll want to see you. Head upstairs. You can find the way into his tower up there. How can I help you? Hope you found what you...
Find what you're looking for?
No, I did not find what I'm looking for. Did you?
Not a dicky bird. It's really quite disappointing.
Oh, I've a good mind to march up there and speak to Leroican myself.
You might want to be careful. I've heard he's not really one for customer service.
Can we go now?
There's a bit more shopping to do.
Well, at least they seem to use
Where are we going?
Figaro's. Pick up some hair ointment for your father.
Not a title from the
Dad doesn't have any hair.
That's why we need the ointment.
Not one for customer service.
I saw somebody go up to Leroican's tower that's tended. Looked a proper fright.
Oh, just don't rough it up your customers, especially if you're the one at fault.
Numbers. Why are the elementals so hot?
Because they're made of fire, darling.
If the lava elemental is made of fire.
Oh, wow. Many things, I suppose. There's not much left. Blood, bile, phlegm, chocolate.
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Night Song, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Leroican's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward. Hold very still, Nicklaw. Craig's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Craig. Ready? Aim. Oh. We have a visitor. At ease. McClaw, you may go. I see no night song. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the night song in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time? Fascinating. You've been to Shah's temple, haven't you? To the Shadowfell? Alas, I've paid for a good deal of very privileged information. Now I await the results of the generous contract I've commissioned. Answer now, or see what happens when fools misuse my valuable time. I'm growing tired of this repartee, my friend. Let us cut to the chase. Beautiful, isn't it? Worth more than your life, too. I bought it from a Kalashite warlock. There's very little of his soul left to him. It can bind a celestial to the wearer's service with a snap of the fingers. And this can keep her in place. Forever. We shall see, won't we? Do as I say, and you will be rewarded beyond imagination. Fail, and you give up the prize to the next motivated mercenary to encounter my contract. The choice is yours, but make no mistake, I always get what I want.
Mother's milk, your visage speaks of ill tidings. Speak, ally mine. What troubles you? Is he indeed? Pray tell, what does he seek from Dame Aelin? Let them come, and let them find me. Dame Aelin will strike down any who seek to bring her to harm's home. Yet, it is better to cut off the head of the snake than to let its slithering snakeling swarm us unabated. This wizard must be held to account. I will wring his neck until he's dead. Oh, his end will be one more strand in the great braid of our friendship.
I'm coming with you. I'd like to get a few licks in myself.
My darling, we agreed you'd scout for the nearest Selûnite enclave this very night. Let us divide our efforts, all the sooner to be reunited.
I won't let you go alone. Who knows what this wizard might have planned?
Our closest ally will accompany me, won't you? It will be a swift and fruitful chore. Hie we to this Leroican right away. I am as eager to meet him as he is to ensnare me. What have we here? A magician in a tower, hiding away from the frightening world. What are you so scared of, Magus? Not the Night Song, surely? Why, she's nothing but a relic to be purchased and pursued.
My God. The Night Song is a person.
At last. There you are, my dear.
You will address me with due deference. I am Dame Aelin. And you are a whelp without honor, without pride, with nothing but a tower full of trinkets.
My apologies, Dame Aelin. I meant no disrespect. Perhaps we could start over. I am Leroican. I am most pleased to make your acquaintance. And that of your fine companion, who perhaps heard I was looking for you.
Go? So that this Magus might send his jesters to harangue me night and day? No. We have come for answers. And if needed, heads.
Please, allow me to explain. Dame Aelin, I have discovered a device that would allow your immortality to be shared. It would cause you no harm, no pain of any kind. You serve your mother, Seluna, I believe. She who has blessed our realm with so many gifts. Honor her by sharing yours.
You do not seek to share my gifts. You seek to poach them. You dare to threaten me with the same magic that held me in torment for 100 years!
I had hoped to appeal to your better nature. Perhaps I overestimated you. No bother. I have an arsenal of implements capable of convincing you to see reason.
They say madness and genius are separated by but a hair's breadth. Perhaps the same is true of madness and stupidity.
But his magic lives. I'd hoped you'd keep an open mind, but it seems you're determined to make this as difficult as possible. Boy, at the ready. Once I've taken control of the Asimar, she must go directly into the caging runes.
No, Master Leroican. I would never have assisted you if I knew you planned such horrors. You lied to get the Night Song here. Made us all believe she was nothing but a relic. I have seen what true leadership can accomplish, but never under your tutelage.
Watch your tongue, you child. I could make it such that no wizard in the realm will touch you.
If they're all like you, I think that sounds like an excellent bargain.
Oh, face us, charlatan! We who detest you so!
Myrmidons! Imperatum!
handy.
Best be on my way.
Need to act fast. What should I do?
Tactical.
Won't give in. With haste.
He's dead. Oh, my God.
Leroican. You who would see me caged. You who would purchase my submission with profane gold. Let every wicked magus, every vile murtherer, each slaver and misery merchant see. Dame Aelin is watching. She is indomitable. And when her face lights the shadows of your wrongdoing, you are broken by its beauty. The Firehead Fool is dead. Yet as I stare upon his corpse, I feel sadness. Why? Say it can't be so. I am Seluna's sword. And ever must be. Battle has tired my mind. Made me susceptible to flights of fancy. You were excellent in battle, as is your way. And I am proud to fight at your side. And you, tiefling, you did not embarrass yourself. I will catch my breath, then to camp I will bring my bones. Moon Maiden be with you.
Leroican is dead. The bastard is dead. I am. Now that the bastard's in bits. Leroican was a cruel and vicious man. By day, I'd tend the shop, but at night, he'd fire the most nonsensical questions at me. And for every one I answered wrong, he'd beat me. I could have killed him with my own two hands. But I kept thinking it was all a test. It had to be. I thought it was the price I had to pay to become a true wizard. I realize now he was just a sick, sick man. As do I. I see things clearly now. If I wish to master the weave, I must do it myself. Thankfully, I have everything I need, right here. Oh, I like the sound of that. I do indeed. I'll move Cal and Leah in immediately. Leroican refused to let them stay here. They are gonna love the tower. I wouldn't have this, the tower, my family, without you. What can I do to thank you? And you'll have me. I'll learn everything I can about the tower in the meantime, even if I have to rip this place apart. But know this. Ramesses Tower and its master are now your friends. We will stand by you as allies.
Never a dull moment.
Below. Below.
What a charmer. What's that?
Above.
Here goes nothing. A couple turns should do it. Quite some valuable knowledge hidden between these pages. Something over there.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Leroican.
Ramazeth, Elminster, Silver Hand, Carsus. Each door named after a powerful wizard. But what lies behind them? Book on Netherese magic. Gale may like to know.
bowels of Karsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. The truth of the crown, I hope. All that stands between us and enlightenment is the turn of a page. This isn't what I expected. This is much more. The crown of Karsus. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for Godhood. Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. Do not mistake the crown itself for the actions of its wearer, or rather, those controlling its wearer at present. If we could restore its former glory, it would no longer be a mere leash and collar used to subjugate friend or foe. It would be something greater. Something divine. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them. Some gods may delude themselves into believing they care about their worshippers, but when it comes down to it, we're all expected. Children to be appeased, not respected. I worshipped Mystra loyally for years, and in that time she granted me the barest sliver of the power I was ready to wield. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mystra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus's successor. Do you think I had not considered that? I have no intention of repeating his folly. Powerful as he was, Karsus lacks some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mystra intimately, and I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Karsus achieved many things, but he never managed that. A long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it. I see. I suppose I am asking you to take a leap of faith even the most loyal of companions might struggle to land gracefully. I've spent so long feeling inferior. Shut out from my destiny over such a simple act of youthful enthusiasm. Perhaps I got carried away with the thought this crown could give me back what Mystra took. Cure me, even. You're right. There aren't many wizards who'd care to be mentioned in the same breath as him, or his folly. Thank you for letting me read this. At least we can face our enemy armed with the knowledge of its true nature, and of the stakes, should we fail to defeat it.
artillery.
There is work to do.
At least things have stayed interesting.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will. By your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
Look, Mama, look! It's so pretty! Right.
Maybe he is coming back. You never leave them behind.
Come on, Morgan. It's so much better when the story ends openly.
There's something going on here.
His figure's hiding in the foliage.
We redden our steel by the light of day in his name. You are our lamb, ready for slaughter. Lady Orin asked us to test you, but I think you'll fail. What say you, little lamb?
Still breathing, despite everything. All by my hand.
Let this murder be his sacrifice!
No!
The Dread Lord calls!
Heading there.
Take your...
My little trick. No surrender.
Survival is all that matters. What do I have to lose?
Quick! Must be quick. This mind is small, fragile. Listen now. Inconsequential. Just a vessel. One of many. It will perish. We will survive. We are the power that links you all. You know us. Absolute will. Absolute power. Not much time left. This mind cannot bear us. Turns to liquid. Listen close. We learn. We grow. Loosen our clumsy bindings. Aid us. Necromancer dead. Changeling and tyrant remain at odds. Kill them. You have a place in my grand design.
The Elder Brain can control anyone with a tadpole? That's, concerning.
What happened? Why do I taste copper?
The book ended too soon. There was plenty of dusk left to explore.
So much better when the story ends openly. No, it's not.
Hello, fellow citizen. I'm not suspicious. Are you?
The girl is hiding something from the other one. She has candy in her pocket.
You spotted it. It's spy candy, because I'm a spy for the absolute. Whee!
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldereth.
I don't care. Oi! Stop a moment. Right. You look harmless enough. The commander keeps an open house, so you may pass. That's secret. And anyway, she's away, so Ryan's in charge. So be nice to Ryan, or I'll kick you out.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there? So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
Mistra's willing to speak to me again? Was this your doing, Elminster?
She knows what I see in you, just as I know what she sees in you. I was not born an old man. I know all too well what it's like to have a goddess fill your heart with longing. Looking at you is like gazing into a mirror that shows centuries long past.
The past is the past, Elminster. And the future is, well, still to be decided. By me. Not by Mistra.
If there is another way, I trust you can find it. It is not in your nature, or mine, to stop looking, to accept the first answer to any dilemma. Do what you can. Put that mind to work. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. The Weave is a highly sensitive, magical network threaded through all life on this plane. Any shift in magical energy, no matter how small, is akin to a beacon, alerting Mistra to its cause. Opening a book, like the Annals of Carsus, was akin to us shooting a firework spelling, "Look at us, Mistra," directly into the skies of Elysium. She knows. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you. How can I help? I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be here.
Ugh, that pointy-headed old fart talks too much. But he has also moved mountains, walked between planes, and dragged himself back from death 12 times. If he still believes in Gale, the boy should not be overly concerned what his ladylove thinks. Goddess or no. As you wish.
Oi! Stop a moment.
mark. Here we go.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home. You know Mother dear well already.
Ryan.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7. The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult. Which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved us, so tell me. Are we all doomed? See, Mother? A little positivity.
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old, after all.
So old! Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
That's curious.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court? Sir Fluffington, an honor to host you in my manor.
Jessamine discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryan curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
Huh. I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Wards, family, lifelong irritants. Use whichever term you wish.
We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action.
You three have been just guzzling the water recently. Save some for the others, all right?
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief. Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like,
Moonrise. Like the place from your stories, Jaheira.
the very same. We can give that one a happy ending after all. Now, cub. Solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here. I was... keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
This Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
That might be worth a look.
Pay no mind to those. They're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there. Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, better to stick close, eh? The only patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I'm training new ones.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnomes in the sea.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey. Smell of arse, too. But Boss doesn't care about that.
There's been killings in a holy place. Stinks of incense and blood.
Open up.
Just avoid that trap.
The trap. Time to dance.
Kenai. But if it's supplies you seek, there is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me. Oh, you need not apologize. I only seek to spare you. On my word. All you will find inside is... But, do as you will.
With a flick of the wrist.
A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me. Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green. Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Rite of the Timeless Body. What's that about? I best ask. Are you? Well... You have a rather vacant... Tadpole finally ate my brain look about you. The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up stranger things in all my travels. Trust me. If you wish. It's, possible I was a little too quick to judge. A little too caught up in ceremony. It is a ritual, or it describes... If they be learned and... It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up stranger things. Ask it. I am no expert on the matter, despite all my experience. Baal was but the beginning. Be warned. There will be crusaders who wish to rid the world of your taint, or jealous minds who... But happiness is not beyond a Baal spawn. It simply comes at a higher... A Baal spawn can sire children, certainly. Whether they should... There are things in our nature we might unwittingly pass on, yes. But I do not believe them stronger than the things we choose to pass on. If you are asking whether love and joy are beyond you, just because of the taint in your blood? No. They most certainly are not. Baal had his minions, certainly. But none that watched over their wards so diligently. I wonder if past experience has taught the great god to fear that another of his children might turn against him. Yes? Your rancid father will try to twist your thoughts, as he did with all his children. The harder you resist, the darker your dreams become. Our camp was often roused by screams in the night back then. We learned to take them as a marker of pride. Even gods can be resisted. Then you are wise. I will not mince words. If what you told me is true, you are already further under Baal's power than my old friend ever was. But, so long as you fear that power, there is hope. Fear means you are not fully mad. Not yet. Oh dear. But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing us. He died. Alone. In pain. And far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband.
The quiet, unassuming shadow to Jaheira's strength, Khalid was another warrior who helped end the Baalspawn crisis. Shortly after, he was murdered by the mad mage John Irenicus.
Nothing that wasn't already there. Fear not. But I've lived many lifetimes since Khalid died. You, twine your life around the people you love. And when they are gone, you grow around their absence instead. It is just another way they shape you. Which is my sage way of saying, I am in no danger of forgetting how my husband died. But I choose to remember how he lived. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to run. Yes, if you wish. It is... It is not something you need concern yourself with.
If you are not meant to be here, the Archdruid's traps will see to you. If you have business, be about it.
Yes?
You three have been just guzzling the...
No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
We're working on it.
You'll get him back. I owe him a kicking for showing Fig how to throw hatchets. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers among the cult. Be on your guard.
Huh. All right, then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
Breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry.
Aelin left to face that wizard, Leroican, was it? Even after all she's been through, she thinks herself unstoppable, invincible. It all feels like recklessness to me. He can harm her, just as Ketherick did. She'll survive. I wanted to help her, but she said she fights better when she knows I'm safe. I'll rest a little easier if you do. You fought well against my father. Moon Maiden, hear me.
Yes? You're sure? Later then.
A natural impulse to try and shield one's loved ones from danger. Especially, I suspect any child of Jaheira's will share her self-destructive sense of justice with... The Society of Brilliance has quite the reputation. Even Walter Davian academics refer to their works from time to time.
They talk a great deal, but do very little. Which may be for the best.
There's clanking great steel.
You're not inclined to study the wonders of the Underdark?
No matter what the
Its
mouth
inhabitants and cultures, maybe. It's...
Hop, hop. Noble stock is why the customers came. We were out in our arses soon enough without it. Too bad my worthless fella couldn't... Go on then.
Interviews, politics, gossip, all of it.
Interference with flaming fist. The proper course will be dealt with swiftly and hard.
Mistra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mistra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mistra, wherever she may be.
Go on then, Gale. We'll be here waiting for you when you're finished.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mistra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mistra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. You'd make a fine three-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of three-dragon ante. I'll let Mistra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute. The crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover. My chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite weave.
You can no more control the Karsite weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
Mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of Lyrican legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus. Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we? Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of... I'll be here.
Far from me to judge Gale for playing coy with Mistra, but I will not be cleaning up whatever mess she makes of him for it. As you wish.
When three doe dead assailed his wall. past the noon, and Baldur's fate now turns upon the winds of fortune's view.
Watch your elders and learn.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my wardrobes.
Oh, the little love's cake.
Yes, so. I love chopping things up.
Oh,
Who doesn't?
you are a sweetheart.
Why so much business today? Don't customers think there's a war on? What I don't like.
he has. Blood it shall have to be.
Getting close. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine bags.
The psionic detector's been activated. There must be gift.
Get Yankee. Blackheath has found us. Get rid of them, quickly.
We'll be ready.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as brazen as described. The gloomed soul who thieved from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Most illithids prefer to dominate their thralls through transformation. Yet here you stand, only partially transformed. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? And you would trust an illithid to do such a thing? You have fallen prey to its manipulation. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen. Death will be yours, and yours alone, Gake slave! Hataka!
At the ready.
For the fallen. Not pinned down just yet.
to do.
Bye forever, pal. Aye, aye. Easy.
For the Queen!
No better moment. Only the worms have use for you.
What's the plan?
red in tooth and claw. By your command.
I'm ready. Got to press on.
Fuck yes. Want to do it?
Death greets us all, but not today. I may not have claws, but I make do. The straight path.
Ready. On my way.
Soldier.
Here goes nothing. Light on my feet.
Lest I sit down for a rest and not rise again. You still have time to surrender. Into battle.
Can't afford to let up. On I go.
On my way.
Got to concentrate.
Gods, it's hot in here. Count on me. One, two.
Blackhead is relentless. You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon. Now search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
What's that?
Get
My own home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you. Rascal's collar. My poor four-legged friend. Their lives are so brief, so simple, and yet full. A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need meals like that. An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now. The chains I used to buy my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could. My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still. My old wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be, and so appearances matter.
That's curious.
A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality. My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it. They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. My beloved confidant and loyal companion Rascal. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stelmane, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. That you are complex and full of contradictions. It was no easy task, but I had to persist. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how reasonable you would be. You don't like to be coddled, cajoled, but you responded well to logic, to rational arguments, to cold, hard facts. You saw straight to the core of what really mattered. As did I. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You know now of your father's plans to use the Elder Brain to slaughter the world over. One need not read minds to foresee the horrors he will pen with your hand if you do not stand against him. We must stop it while we still can, before we too become its slaves.
Ally mine, we are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
He did, and it came. Now, my friend, bask in your victory. I will do the same. My darling,
We must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
I brought my own pairing.
So it seems, but game's not over yet. New cards are drawn, new hands are played.